In the quiet of your mind, where thought shapes reality, there lies an infinite field of opportunity. It is here, in this unseen realm of imagination, that the seeds of a micro-monopoly are first planted. A micro-monopoly is not merely a business concept, it is the manifestation of focused energy, intention, and a willingness to rise above the ordinary. The universe responds to those who dare to define their field, to stake a claim in a corner of the marketplace that is uniquely theirs. The whisper of success is heard by those who act with clarity and conviction, who recognize that abundance is not limited by the size of the world, but by the scope of their vision. Many seek wealth through the scatter of effort, touching many opportunities lightly, hoping one will bear fruit. Yet the law of prosperity favors the precise, the concentrated, the determined. When you choose a field, a niche, a corner of the market to master, you are not only creating a service or product, you are creating a channel through which divine intelligence flows. You become a magnet for clients, collaborators, and capital, not through force or struggle, but through the irresistible alignment of your purpose with the needs of the world. Consider this: the greatest fortunes are rarely built by attempting to serve everyone. They are built by serving a chosen few with excellence, with distinction, with authority. A micro-monopoly is a deliberate focus of skill and resource in one specialized arena. It is a spiritual strategy as much as a financial one because it requires faith, imagination, and courage. Your mind must picture the outcome with unwavering confidence, speak the words of assurance, and act in a consistent rhythm that mirrors the order of the universe. Doubt is the only obstacle, hesitation the only thief of fortune. When you claim your unique territory, you do more than earn money, you shape perception. People come to you not because you are loud, but because you are unmistakable. Your brand, your method, your offering becomes synonymous with excellence. You are remembered, sought after, and followed, for the law of recognition is at work. That which is focused and distinctive attracts its rightful audience. In this new age of wealth, the scattergun approach is obsolete. The micro-monopoly is the bridge between thought and manifestation, between vision and victory. The individual who understands this law will find that the universe conspires to remove obstacles, open doors, and provide the exact resources necessary for mastery. Every detail, every connection, every inspired action is a tool in the creation of your monopoly. The mind that is attuned, the heart that is aligned, and the hands that are diligent will be rewarded with success that is not fleeting, but enduring, a wealth that flows in harmony with the highest good of all concerned. Focus your energy on a single niche where you can excel and become unmistakable. Focus your energy on a single niche where you can excel and become unmistakable. The mind that disperses itself in many directions weakens the power of manifestation. It is in the concentration of thought, in the unwavering attention to one chosen field, that the magnetic force of success is generated. When you select a niche, you are not merely choosing a business or a product. You are selecting a channel through which your highest potential may flow. The universe is attuned to focus. It responds to the mind that is fixed, to the intention that is clear, and to the spirit that is unwavering. Every scattered thought dissipates energy, every divided effort diminishes the flow of prosperity, but a focused mind becomes a beacon. It draws opportunities, resources, and allies as naturally as sunlight draws the day. To excel in a niche requires that you first know yourself. You must understand your unique talents, inclinations, and gifts. There is a corner of the marketplace waiting for the individual who is willing to claim it with authority. It may be a small segment, a specialized service, or a product that only a select few recognize today, but within that specificity lies power. The law of demand meets the law of uniqueness. When you serve a distinct need with skill and dedication, you do not compete in a crowded arena. You create your own arena. This is the principle of the micro-monopoly. It is not about the size of your field, but the mastery you bring to it. Even a small domain, when saturated with excellence, will produce rewards far beyond the ordinary because the mind that focuses has the power to shape reality. The first step in this process is clarity of thought. You must visualize your chosen niche in precise detail. See yourself serving your ideal clients. See the benefits your product or service brings, and see the impact of your mastery. Speak words of affirmation over your field. I am the expert in this corner of the market. My work is recognized, sought after, and valued. I attract clients and resources with ease and grace. Such declarations align your subconscious mind with your conscious intention. They clear the way for inspired action and allow the unseen forces of the universe to work in your favor. Every affirmation strengthens the magnetic current that flows toward you, and every thought of doubt weakens it. Therefore, your attention must be guarded. Keep it on your chosen field, on your capacity to serve, on your ability to rise above mediocrity and become a standard of excellence. Once focus is established, action becomes effortless. The individual who is concentrated on one niche does not scatter efforts in many directions, but channels energy into meaningful steps. Each action is guided by purpose. Each connection is made with the awareness of alignment. When you are fully invested in a particular area, you become sensitive to opportunities that others overlook. Ideas flow easily. Solutions appear without struggle. The path of least resistance opens before you because the law of attraction responds to concentrated thought. The universe recognizes the authority of intention and yields to it. Mastery in a niche also requires patience and persistence. Excellence is cultivated over time, and it is the diligent, consistent worker who rises above the ordinary. The mind that is focused does not become discouraged by temporary setbacks because it knows that each experience is a stepping stone to perfection. You refine your methods, you deepen your understanding, and you perfect your craft. This dedication transforms ordinary talent into unmistakable expertise. Others may attempt to imitate, but they cannot replicate the depth of knowledge, the clarity of purpose, and the alignment of intention that you possess. Your niche becomes a place where your presence is dominant, where your skill is unmatched, and where your influence is undeniable. In concentrating on a single niche, you also create simplicity in your work. Complexity dissipates energy, but simplicity conserves it. When your attention is divided, confusion arises. When it is focused, clarity reigns. You are able to see patterns, anticipate needs, and respond with precision. Your clients feel this clarity. They recognize your authority and are drawn to it. They trust you because your work is consistent, reliable, and unmistakably excellent. A micro-monopoly is therefore not a struggle for control, but a natural result of focus, expertise, and visible excellence. The spiritual aspect of focus cannot be overlooked. The law of divine mind operates through concentration. The thought that is concentrated carries power, and the thought that is scattered loses it. By choosing a niche and dedicating yourself to it, you are harmonizing with the divine principle of order. You are allowing the current of prosperity to flow through you, unimpeded by hesitation, uncertainty, or distraction. Your mind becomes a channel for abundance, and your actions become instruments of manifestation. You do not push or force, you align, concentrate, and act with certainty. Your niche also becomes a reflection of your inner purpose. When you excel in one area, you are expressing your highest self. Each client, each interaction, each product or service offered becomes a statement of your alignment with the divine plan. You are not merely earning money, you are fulfilling a mission. Wealth, recognition, and influence follow naturally, because the universe rewards those who act in harmony with their own truth. Focus on your niche is therefore both practical and spiritual, a law of material success and a law of personal fulfillment. In practical terms, the benefits of concentration are immediate. Your marketing becomes sharper, your messaging becomes clearer, your audience more defined. You do not attempt to appeal to all. You speak directly to those who are meant to receive your work. Your reputation grows more quickly because it is tied to excellence rather than quantity. Referrals multiply, visibility increases, and demand rises. The economy of attention works in your favor. By focusing on one niche, you conserve energy, cultivate mastery, and accelerate growth. To achieve this, one must eliminate distraction. The lure of multiple opportunities may tempt the mind, but each diversion diminishes your power. The successful individual recognizes that prosperity is a direct reflection of mental discipline. Thoughts, actions, and words must all serve the chosen niche. Every deviation must be corrected, every doubt replaced with affirmation. The mind that concentrates becomes a magnet for resources, ideas, and people. The field you occupy begins to expand naturally because your authority is evident. You do not compete with others. You define your own territory and dominate it through focus, skill, and alignment. Align your intention and vision with the needs of the world to attract abundance effortlessly. Align your intention and vision with the needs of the world to attract abundance effortlessly. There is a divine principle at work in the universe that responds not to struggle, not to frantic activity, to clarity of purpose and harmony of action. When your vision is aligned with the greater needs of those around you, the invisible currents of prosperity begin to flow. The world is a mirror reflecting back the energy that you project. If your thoughts are scattered, if your actions are discordant, the reflection is a chaotic one, full of resistance and difficulty. But when your intention is clear, when your vision is pure, and when it harmonizes with the needs and desires of others, the universe conspires to bring your desires into manifestation. Alignment is therefore the secret to effortless abundance, for it removes obstacles before they appear and opens doors that were previously invisible. To achieve alignment, it is first necessary to understand the nature of true intention. Many people believe that intention is merely wishing for success, imagining wealth, or setting goals on paper. While these practices have value, intention in its highest form is a living, vibrant force. It is a thought that is sustained, energized, and constantly directed toward one chosen aim. It is a thought that refuses to waver under opposition or distraction. It is not idle dreaming, nor is it panic-driven activity. It is deliberate, consistent, and full of faith. When such intention is directed not only toward your personal benefit, but also toward the service of others, it becomes a magnet for resources, opportunities, and partnerships that you may not even have anticipated. Your vision must also be vivid and detailed. The mind responds to clear pictures of what is desired. When you see yourself providing a solution that fills a real need, your subconscious mind takes that image and works tirelessly to create it in the visible world. It matters not how small or large your contribution may seem. Every genuine act of service resonates with the law of cause and effect. People are drawn to those whose work reflects understanding, compassion, and skill. They recognize authenticity and gravitate toward it naturally. Therefore, aligning your vision with the needs of the world is not about chasing trends or following the crowd, but about discerning where your unique gifts intersect with a genuine demand. Abundance flows effortlessly when you operate in this harmony, because resistance disappears. Many strive for wealth through struggle, through competition, or through methods that require constant pushing and forcing. This approach is laborious and often unrewarding because it works against the natural law of cooperation between your inner thought and the outer world. Alignment removes the necessity of struggle. When your inner vision resonates with the external need, the world begins to assist you. Clients, collaborators, and resources are drawn to your work as naturally as the river flows to the sea. The more harmonious your intention, the smoother the current of prosperity. Faith is an essential component of alignment. It is the belief that the universe responds to thought, that your vision has value, and that you are capable of fulfilling it. Without faith, intention dissipates, and the law of attraction cannot operate effectively. Faith is not blind hope, but a deep knowing that your thoughts and actions, when aligned with the needs of others, will produce results. It is strengthened by affirmations, by the repetition of confident statements about your ability to serve and prosper. I am guided to meet the needs of those who will benefit from my work. Resources flow to me in perfect timing. My vision unfolds in harmony with the highest good of all concerned. Such statements fortify alignment and allow the unseen forces of the universe to act on your behalf. Observation and listening are also part of alignment. The world communicates its needs through subtle signals, gaps in service, repeated requests, expressions of dissatisfaction, or a yearning for solutions that have not yet been provided. By tuning into these signals, you position yourself to offer exactly what is required, at exactly the right moment. This is the art of alignment, matching your intention to the pulse of the world. It is a delicate balance between your unique expression and the external demand, and it requires attention, intuition, and responsiveness. Consistency in action strengthens the flow of abundance. Alignment is not a single act or a fleeting thought. It is a persistent state of mind and purpose. Daily efforts, guided by clarity of intention, build momentum. The universe responds to repeated demonstration of commitment and service. Each interaction, each creation, Each step toward your vision reinforces the magnetic field that draws abundance. There is no need for struggle, because the law of alignment ensures that every effort produces proportionate return. Even apparent setbacks serve to refine the vision, clarify the direction, and strengthen resilience, making the eventual manifestation more complete and harmonious. Gratitude enhances alignment and accelerates manifestation. When you appreciate what is already present, you reinforce the law of reciprocity. The universe responds to recognition of its blessings by multiplying them. Gratitude shifts your mind from a state of lack to a state of plenty. When your intention and vision are aligned with service and accompanied by genuine gratitude, abundance becomes natural. Your work is no longer a labor. It is a cooperative dance with the universe, a flow of energy that benefits both you and those whom you serve. The alignment of intention and vision with the needs of the world is therefore a spiritual and practical strategy. Spiritually, it recognizes that your desires are part of a larger tapestry of life, and that prosperity is a reflection of harmony. Practically, it ensures that your efforts are directed where they will be most effective, producing tangible results without unnecessary struggle. Each step you take in this alignment, each thought you cultivate in harmony with the needs of others, strengthens the current of success, ensuring that wealth, influence, and opportunity are drawn to you naturally and effortlessly. Excellence and distinctiveness create recognition, authority, and lasting influence. Excellence and distinctiveness create recognition, authority, and lasting influence. The individual who pursues mediocrity is often overlooked, drowned in a sea of sameness, and forgotten by those who seek value and inspiration. True power, true wealth, and true influence arise not from trying to be like everyone else, but from committing to a standard of excellence that cannot be ignored. Excellence is a vibration. It is a quality that is felt even before it is acknowledged. It is in the way work is presented, the care taken in execution, and the integrity that underlies every action. Distinctiveness is the mark of the mind that understands its unique purpose. When these two qualities are combined, recognition follows naturally, authority is established, and influence becomes a living force in the world. Recognition does not come to those who simply participate, but to those who distinguish themselves by consistent mastery. It is not enough to offer a service or product. It must be offered with skill, precision, and a spirit of refinement. When your work reflects excellence, it signals to others that you are serious, competent, and trustworthy. People recognize what is above the ordinary, and they are drawn to it instinctively. Recognition is therefore not an external imposition, but the natural result of the energy you bring to your chosen field. It is a reflection of the law of cause and effect. Quality produces visibility, skill produces respect, and integrity produces loyalty. The mind that maintains excellence as a guiding principle magnetizes attention, opportunities, and the cooperation of others. Authority arises from this recognition. It is not claimed, it is given by those who witness the consistency, knowledge, and skill of an individual. Authority is the result of being trusted, being reliable, and being known as the R&D bearer in your niche. When you maintain a distinct level of excellence, people naturally look to you for guidance, for solutions, and for inspiration. Your opinion carries weight because it is backed by tangible results and a track record of quality. Authority is a form of invisible currency. It opens doors, influences decisions, and creates possibilities that are otherwise inaccessible. Those who understand this principle wield it responsibly, using their influence not for ego, but for creating value and uplifting others in alignment with their purpose. Lasting influence is born when excellence and distinctiveness are maintained over time. Influence is not fleeting, it is a lasting impression, a pattern of thought and behavior that continues to affect people even in your absence. The products you create, the services you render, and the standards you set leave impressions on the minds of clients, colleagues, and competitors. Influence grows when it is consistent and reliable, when the quality of your work is unmistakable, and when your unique approach becomes a benchmark for others. Lasting influence does not require loudness or force. It is the silent authority of presence, the unmistakable mark of someone who has mastered their craft and claimed their space in the world with clarity and integrity. The cultivation of excellence requires attention to detail, discipline, and a refusal to accept anything less than your best. The mind that embraces this principle is alert. to every opportunity for improvement, every chance to refine, and every moment in which a small act of quality can elevate the whole. Excellence is cumulative. Each act of care, each thoughtful decision, each refined skill contributes to the reputation and authority of the individual. Distinctiveness comes from understanding your unique strengths and expressing them boldly and consistently. It is not imitation, nor is it trend following. It is the conscious manifestation of your own gifts and insights, presented in a way that others cannot replicate. Recognition, authority, and influence are not only the rewards of excellence, they are also the channels through which greater abundance flows. The universe responds to the individual who creates value with clarity, skill, and uniqueness. Opportunities multiply, alliances form, and resources appear as if drawn by a magnetic force. This is because the energy of excellence resonates with abundance. Those who are distinguished by their quality attract those who value and seek it. Recognition becomes a self-reinforcing cycle. As more people acknowledge your skill, your authority grows, and your influence spreads, creating wider opportunities and amplifying your impact. Distinctiveness also requires courage. It is not always easy to stand apart, to resist conformity, or to insist on higher standards. The world often rewards compromise and imitation, but the mind that understands the law of excellence persists. It is guided by inner conviction, by a vision of the value that only it can bring, and by faith that the universe aligns with those who honor their own unique contribution. Courage is therefore inseparable from excellence. Without the willingness to be different, to maintain quality in the face of criticism or indifference, true influence cannot emerge. Distinctiveness is a declaration that you will not settle for less, that your work matters, and that your presence is a gift to be fully expressed. In every field, there is space for the individual who commits to this path. Markets, industries, and communities are constantly in search of quality, authority, and unique insight. By maintaining excellence, one becomes not just a participant but a leader, setting the pace, defining standards, and shaping the expectations of others. Recognition follows naturally because the work speaks for itself. Authority is granted because others see the results of skill and integrity. Influence expands because your distinct approach becomes a model, a point of reference, and an inspiration to those around you. Excellence and distinctiveness are also spiritual principles. They reflect alignment with universal laws, demonstrating the harmony of thought, intention, and action. When you consistently provide value, refine your craft, and express your unique gifts, you are participating in the divine order. Recognition, authority, and influence are manifestations of this alignment. They are not pursued through selfish ambition, but arise naturally from the consistent, skillful, and distinctive expression of your talents. The law of prosperity responds to quality. The law of attraction responds to uniqueness, and the law of cause and effect ensures that those who maintain excellence are drawn to opportunities that reflect their worth. The mind that integrates excellence and distinctiveness becomes a force of inevitability in the world. Others may attempt to compete or distract, but true authority cannot be challenged when it is rooted in mastery. Recognition spreads organically, influence deepens, and opportunity flows effortlessly. The individual who adheres to these principles does not need to chase success. Success is drawn to them. Every action, every decision, and every creation reflects the quality and uniqueness that define their presence. They are remembered, they are sought after, and they shape the environment around them with an energy that is unmistakable. Faith, imagination, and consistent inspired action are the tools of a micro-monopoly. Faith, imagination, and consistent inspired action are the tools of a micro-monopoly. These three principles, when brought into harmony, create a current of power that attracts opportunities, resources, and recognition in a manner that appears effortless yet is profoundly deliberate. Faith is the foundation. It is the knowing that the unseen forces of the universe are always working in your favor when your mind and heart are aligned with your highest good. Imagination is the engine. It is the ability to see what is not yet visible, to form vivid pictures of your desired outcome, and to hold them in the mind with unwavering clarity. Consistent, inspired action is the bridge. It is the steady, purposeful movement toward your vision that transforms thought into reality. Together, these three principles form the framework upon which a micro-monopoly can be built, sustained, and expanded. Faith is more than hope or wishful thinking. It is a deep and unshakable confidence in the intelligence of the universe and in the power of your own creative mind. It is the recognition that everything you desire has already been prepared for you, and that your task is to align with it. Doubt, hesitation, and fear are the enemies of faith, and every time they arise, they must be met with a firm affirmation of belief. I am divinely guided, my path is clear, every step I take brings me closer to mastery and abundance. Such affirmations are not empty words. They are signals to the subconscious mind and to the universe that your intention is focused, clear, and unwavering. Faith transforms obstacles into opportunities, delays into preparation, and challenges into lessons that refine your approach. It is the energy that sustains action even when results are not yet visible. Imagination is the creative power through which all things are formed. It is the faculty that allows you to see the unseen, to design a future that does not yet exist, and to hold that vision with conviction. The mind that imagines vividly sets in motion the laws of attraction and manifestation. Every detail, every nuance of your vision matters. Picture not only the product or service you wish to offer, but also the experience of those who will receive it, the joy it brings, the impact it creates, and the recognition it earns. Imagination is enhanced by repetition, meditation, and visualization. Each time you dwell on your vision with clarity and emotional engagement, you strengthen the magnetic field that draws people, resources, and opportunities toward you. A micro-monopoly emerges from imagination because it is a focused, specific, and innovative approach to a niche that others may overlook or underestimate. Consistent inspired action is the application of faith and imagination in the physical world. Thoughts alone do not manifest. Visions alone do not attract. Action is required, but it must be inspired rather than mechanical. Inspired action is guided by intuition, opportunities, and the flow of circumstances. It is precise, timely, and aligned with the larger plan. Every task, no matter how small, contributes to the cumulative momentum of your enterprise. Consistency is key. Small, deliberate actions repeated over time create results that appear monumental in retrospect. The universe rewards steady progress and recognizes the individual who moves in harmony with purpose and clarity. In the creation of a micro-monopoly, inspired action ensures that your vision is not only imagined but realized, that your niche is not only identified but dominated through skillful engagement. The interplay of faith, imagination, and action creates a cycle of growth. Faith strengthens imagination by removing doubt and allowing the mind to soar beyond immediate limitations. Imagination inspires action by revealing possibilities and pathways that may not be apparent to the ordinary observer. Action reinforces faith by producing evidence of progress and success, which in turn energizes further imagination and movement. This cycle, when maintained, becomes a self-reinforcing current of prosperity, creativity, and influence. Those who understand and employ it in the context of a micro-monopoly find that doors open with ease, collaborations arise spontaneously, and resources appear at the perfect time. A micro-monopoly is built not by imitating others, but by innovating within a chosen field. Faith allows you to trust your unique approach. Imagination enables you to see what has not been seen. Inspired action translates this vision into a tangible presence in the marketplace. Every element of your enterprise, from branding to client experience to product design, should reflect the integration of these three principles. Excellence is achieved when your thought, intention, and action are perfectly aligned, producing a force that is unmistakable and magnetic. Recognition, loyalty, and influence naturally follow, as the universe supports those who move in accordance with its laws. Obstacles are inevitable, but faith, imagination, and inspired action transform them into opportunities for refinement and growth. Challenges reveal weaknesses, gaps, or limitations, and each obstacle met with courage and creativity strengthens your position. Imagination allows you to see solutions where others see barriers. Faith sustains confidence that a resolution exists and that the outcome will be favorable. Inspired action implements the solution with precision and commitment. In this way, every difficulty becomes a stepping stone, every setback a lesson, and every doubt a chance to strengthen the alignment of mind, heart, and action. The individual who masters these three principles becomes unmistakable in their field. Their niche is defined not only by the product or service offered, but by the clarity, creativity, and integrity of their approach. Faith imbues every decision with certainty, imagination imbues every offering with uniqueness and appeal. Inspired action ensures that ideas are transformed into reality. This combination produces results that are consistent, visible, and enduring. Others may attempt to replicate, but the distinctiveness of thought, the certainty of belief, and the precision of action cannot be duplicated. Authority and recognition flow naturally from this integration, reinforcing the magnetic field of influence and opportunity. A micro-monopoly is therefore not a matter of scale or size, but of focused power and influence. Faith directs the mind to the larger vision, imagination gives it form, and inspired action manifests it in the tangible world. Wealth, reputation, and influence follow as a natural consequence of this alignment. The practitioner of these principles moves with confidence, creativity, and clarity, drawing to themselves the exact circumstances, connections, and resources needed to dominate their chosen niche. The law is simple. Alignment produces effortless attraction, and integration of faith, imagination, and action creates an unstoppable force that positions the individual at the center of opportunity, innovation, and success. Concentrated mastery over one field channels divine intelligence and attracts wealth naturally. Concentrated mastery over one field channels divine intelligence and attracts wealth naturally. The mind that is disciplined, focused, and unwavering in its dedication to a single domain becomes a man. ET for resources, opportunities, and recognition beyond the ordinary. The universe does not respond to scattered effort or divided attention. It responds to concentrated energy, to thought that is aligned with purpose, and to action that is deliberate, consistent, and inspired. Every individual possesses a unique set of talents, inclinations, and capacities. When these are devoted entirely to the mastery of a chosen field, the invisible forces of creation move in harmony with that dedication, and wealth, influence, and recognition flow as a natural consequence. Concentration is therefore not merely a tool for efficiency. It is a spiritual principle, a law of manifestation, and a secret pathway to abundance. Mastery begins with complete understanding. One must immerse themselves in every facet of their chosen field, studying its patterns, principles, and opportunities until knowledge becomes instinctive. The mind that knows deeply recognizes nuances that others overlook, perceives gaps that others fail to see, and devises solutions that others cannot conceive. This level of comprehension allows for creative innovation, the development of unique methods, and the establishment of authority. Divine intelligence works through preparation, understanding, and insight. By committing fully to mastery, you open yourself to guidance, inspiration, and opportunities that are invisible to those who approach their work superficially. The field becomes a mirror of your skill and your alignment with the universal order. Focus is reinforced by persistence and discipline. The individual who pursues mastery does not allow distraction, fatigue, or doubt to divert them from their path. Every hour spent refining a skill, every task performed with care, and every idea explored in depth compounds into a force that others cannot match. Persistence transforms effort into habit, and habit transforms habit into excellence. Divine intelligence responds to sustained effort, seeing it as a signal of readiness, capability, and intention. The more focused and disciplined the mind, the more clearly the universe can deliver the exact resources, connections, and opportunities necessary to accelerate progress. Wheel. TH is not merely earned. It is attracted to those whose energy is concentrated and whose purpose is unwavering. Specialization within a field amplifies results. When one concentrates on a specific niche, problem, or type of service, the mind becomes attuned to the details, subtleties, and possibilities within that focus. Clients, collaborators, and customers recognize this expertise and are drawn to it because it offers them something they cannot obtain elsewhere. The principle of scarcity works in your favor. The more refined, unique, and expert your offering, the more valuable it becomes. Divine intelligence rewards clarity, precision, and excellence. By arranging circumstances that highlight your skill, amplify your influence, and position you as the natural authority within your domain. Wealth, in turn, flows as a reflection of this alignment. Concentration also cultivates intuition and foresight. The mind fully immersed in one domain begins to anticipate needs, recognize trends, and respond to challenges before they arise. Patterns emerge that are invisible to the casual observer, and opportunities present themselves in ways that seem coincidental, but are in fact the natural result of concentrated awareness. This heightened perception is a direct channel for divine intelligence, guiding decisions, innovations, and strategies. The individual who trusts this intuition acts with confidence, knowing that their insight is supported by both knowledge and universal law. Wealth and influence are amplified when actions are guided by this intuitive clarity because the results are timely, effective, and impactful. Consistency of action is as important as concentration of thought. Daily engagement, repeated refinement, and deliberate implementation ensure that the mind's focus is translated into tangible results. The universe responds to effort that is persistent, aligned, and purposeful. Every interaction, every project, and every task performed within the realm of mastery strengthens the magnetic field of attraction, signaling readiness and competence. Success is not a matter of luck. It is the natural consequence of sustained excellence, repeated skillful action, and unwavering focus. Those who master this principle find that doors open, alliances form, and opportunities arrive with a frequency that surprises even the most experienced observer. The cultivation of authority and influence is also a natural result of concentrated mastery. As skill, knowledge, and experience accumulate, others recognize the individual as the source of expertise, guidance, and innovation. Authority is not claimed through assertion or self-promotion. It is granted by those who observe the consistent excellence, reliability, and insight of the individual. Influence grows organically as the individual's work becomes a benchmark, a standard, and a source of inspiration for others. Divine intelligence ensures that the person who masters one field becomes unmistakable, sought after, and positioned to create impact far beyond the immediate reach of their efforts. Mastery also invites creativity and innovation. Deep familiarity with a subject allows the mind to perceive possibilities that remain invisible to those who only skim the surface. Innovation is the natural product of understanding, focus, and insight. Divine intelligence works through the mind that is prepared, guiding the flow of ideas and opportunities, in alignment with the individual's chosen field. The person who combines mastery with creative insight positions themselves to dominate their niche, attract the right partners, and offer solutions that are unparalleled. Wealth follows naturally because the value of such expertise is recognized, sought, and rewarded by the market and by life itself. Faith remains the sustaining force throughout the journey of concentrated mastery. Trust in the guidance of divine intelligence, belief in your own capacity to learn and excel, and confidence in the power of alignment ensure that focus is maintained even in the face of obstacles. Doubt dissipates the energy required for concentrated effort, but faith restores it, energizing thought, imagination, and action. When combined with the clarity of purpose, the discipline of focus, and the practice of consistent inspired action, faith ensures that the channel of divine intelligence remains open, and that wealth, influence, and recognition continue to flow naturally and effortlessly.